Have you ever paused to contemplate the profound biological enigma that is Japan? We currently inhabit a fractured global landscape where chronic fatigue, persistent cognitive fog, and premature physical decay have been tragically normalized. These ailments are no longer seen as urgent warnings from a struggling system. Instead, they have been accepted as the inevitable, bitter tax of modern existence, a price we pay for the conveniences of the 21st century. In the West, we have been conditioned to view aging as a slow, agonizing retreat, a silent surrender of the self to the relentless, unforgiving erosion of time. From a young age, we are taught to expect our bodies to fail, our minds to dim, and our vitality to vanish long before our years are truly spent. We watch our elders vanish into the shadows of infirmity, confined to sterile corridors and wheelchairs, assuming this is the only path available to the human species. We have mistaken a lifestyle-induced collapse for a natural biological law. Yet, amidst this rising tide of human decline, the Japanese people continue to defy the very gravity of biological aging. They do not merely last or endure into their 90s and hundreds. They flourish with a kinetic vibrance that seems to mock the Gregorian calendar itself. In the coastal villages of Okinawa and the mountainous regions of Nagano, age is not a cage, but a different kind of freedom. To observe an Okinawan centenarian tending a lush garden under a blistering sun, or practicing complex martial arts forms with fluid grace, is to witness a rhythmic physical vigor and a crystalline cognitive sharpness that can seem almost supernatural to the modern eye. To an outsider accustomed to the normal downward trajectory of senior health, a path characterized by polypharmacy, chronic inflammation, and mobility aids, this sight is nothing short of a miracle. While the rest of the industrialized world collapses under the staggering trillion-dollar weight of lifestyle-induced illness and metabolic dysfunction, a significant portion of the Japanese population appears to have tuned into a hidden frequency of cellular renewal. They are not just living longer. They are living better, maintaining a high-performance biological state that remains a frustrating mystery to much of the modern medical establishment. Imagine, for a moment, that deep within the microscopic, labyrinthine architecture of your body, there resides a specialized legion of elite biological sentinels. This invisible army is relentless, uncompromising, and ancient, honed by millions of years of evolution. They do not sleep. They do not tire. They patrol your bloodstream, your vital organs, and the very marrow of your bones 24 hours a day, searching with predatory precision for the telltale molecular signatures of decay and dysfunction. Their mission is singular and absolute: to incinerate the excess adipose tissue that chokes your organs, to scavenge the toxic cellular debris, the molecular rust that clogs your neural pathways, to precision stitch the fractured strands of your DNA, and to neutralize the nascent seeds of disease before they can ever take root in your system. This is the inner guard of human longevity, the silent, masterful architects of your survival who are waiting for a single, specific signal to begin their work. The Nobel breakthrough. Finding the delete button for aging. This is not a concept born of speculative science fiction or the imaginative depths of a cinematic universe. It is an empirical biological reality, a breakthrough so monumental that it earned the esteemed Japanese cell biologist, Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016. His discoveries did more than just fill the prestigious pages of academic journals. They ignited a global revolution in our fundamental understanding of what it means to be truly alive and how we maintain the integrity of the human machine. He revealed to the world that the human body possesses a literal delete button for aging. He uncovered a programmed sequence of self-cleansing, a biological factory reset, that, when triggered, can revert a decaying, sluggish cell back into a state of high-functioning efficiency. This discovery proved that we are not biologically destined to accumulate trash within our cells until they eventually fail and die. We have a built-in, highly sophisticated sanitation system capable of total rejuvenation. Yet, in a tragic irony of the modern age, nearly 99% of the global population remains completely oblivious to this internal power. Even worse, the conveniences of our era, our incessant snacking, our sedentary digital lives, and our total reliance on ultra-processed, food-like substances are inadvertently sabotaging this magnificent defense system. By constantly flooding our systems with glucose and artificial additives, we are essentially keeping our internal army in a state of permanent drug-induced slumber. We have left the gates of our health wide open to the invaders of chronic inflammation and systemic decay, simply because we have forgotten how to wake up our protectors. We are starving in the midst of plenty, suffocating our cellular potential with the very things we thought were making life easier. The miracle of autophagy, the body's sophisticated self-repair protocol at the absolute epicenter of this longevity mystery, is a biological process known as autophagy. Etymologically derived from the ancient Greek terms for self-eating, the name might sound somewhat macabre to the uninitiated, but its function is nothing short of miraculous. It is the human body's most sophisticated mechanism for cellular recycling and high-level structural maintenance. Dr. Osumi's pioneering research demonstrated that when this process is properly activated, the human body transforms into an autonomous, self-correcting machine. It doesn't just clean cells in a superficial sense. It performs a deep, rigorous audit of our entire biological makeup. Think of it as a high-tech waste-to-energy plant operating at the molecular level, where nothing is wasted and everything is repurposed for the survival of the organism. Autophagy identifies the zombie cells, those senescent cells that refuse to die and instead linger like toxic squatters, pumping out inflammatory signals that poison neighboring tissue and accelerate the aging process. The autophagy process systematically breaks these cells down into their fundamental base components, amino acids and fatty acids. These raw materials are then repurposed, like reclaimed timber used to build a palace, to forge new, robust, and youthful cellular structures. It is the ultimate form of internal sustainability. Furthermore, autophagy serves as the ultimate anti-aging shield. It aggressively melts away stubborn visceral fat, the dangerous, hidden inflammatory fat that suffocates your internal organs, and acts as a formidable barrier against the chronic diseases of the 21st century. Every single day, your body enters a critical physiological window. In this window, your cleanup crew either awakens to perform its vital work, or it remains dormant and silent, buried under the weight of your last meal. To unlock this state of renewal, we must look beyond the pharmacy and toward the specific, science-backed lifestyle philosophies practiced by the world's longest-living people. Principle I Hara Hachibu, the ancient wisdom of the 80% full stomach deeply embedded in the cultural and genetic DNA of Okinawa, a blue zone famous for its staggering concentration of centenarians who still garden, dance, and laugh into their 11th decade, is the philosophy of Hara Hachibu. It is a deceptively simple yet transformative command: eat until you are only 80% full. In Western societies, we are socially and psychologically conditioned to eat until we are stuffed or uncomfortably full, a biological state that effectively sends the human digestive system into a metabolic red alert. This habitual overconsumption triggers massive oxidative stress, a form of biological rusting, and leads to the phenomenon known as postprandial somnolence. This is the infamous food coma, where the brain effectively shuts down to divert all available energy to a struggling gut overwhelmed by a massive caloric surplus. When we eat to 100% capacity, we are essentially drowning our internal machinery in fuel it cannot process, forcing it to store the excess as toxic fat. By contrast, the Japanese practice of stopping when satisfied, but not full, achieves two critical biological objectives that are essential for long-term survival. Inflammation mitigation. It prevents the massive caloric surplus that triggers systemic inflammation. This silent killer serves as the foundation for almost every age-related disease. By leaving that 20% empty, you prevent the fire of inflammation from ever igniting. Metabolic breathing room. It provides the body with the energetic headspace required to initiate the autophagy process. When the body isn't constantly drowning in new fuel, it has the opportunity to look at its existing inventory and start the cleaning process. When the digestive tract isn't constantly overwhelmed by the backbreaking labor of processing heavy, complex, and oversized meals, the body's systemic energy shifts. It moves from the taxing state of processing fuel to the restorative state of performing repairs. For an Okinawan, eating is a conscious ritual. It is a strategic act of nourishment that ensures the spirit is fed without the flesh being burdened by the weight of excess. They eat to live, whereas much of the modern world lives to eat. Principle 2. The sacred rhythm of intermittent fasting to mobilize the internal army of autophagy. The body requires a specific, unambiguous biochemical signal. That signal is the temporary, controlled absence of food. In ancient Japan, fasting was never viewed as a restrictive diet trend or a modern fad. It was a natural, seasonal, and daily rhythm of life, harmonized with the rising and setting of the sun and the natural ebbs and flows of the seasons. Today, researchers like Dr. Takayuki Teruya have modernized this ancient wisdom using the lens of advanced metabolomics. His team has shown how 12 to 16 hours of fasting acts as a powerful metabolic reset button for the human organism. During these hours of abstinence, the body undergoes what scientists call a metabolic switch. Once the system exhausts its immediate glucose reserves, it doesn't just shut down or starve. It begins scavenging. It starts burning stored fat and, more importantly, cellular trash for fuel. Dr. Teruya's research highlights three profound, life-altering benefits of this ritual. The metabolic surge. Contrary to the popular myth that fasting slows the heart or kills energy, it actually accelerates metabolism. The body becomes significantly more efficient at generating high-quality energy. The antioxidant shield. Fasting triggers a natural surge in endogenous antioxidants. It is as if the body is coating its cells in a protective molecular varnish, shielding them against the oxidative rust that characterizes the aging process. Mitochondrial renewal. It provides the necessary quiet time for cells to repair their own mitochondria, the literal engines of our life force. By simply extending the window between your last meal of the evening and your first meal of the following day, you allow your body to perform deep tissue maintenance that no pharmaceutical drug on earth can replicate. You are giving your internal architects the time they need to rebuild your fortress. Principle 3. Precision nutrition and the morning liquid ritual. The way you break a fast is just as vital as the fast itself. To flood the body with sugar or heavy grease immediately after a period of repair is to undo the delicate work of autophagy. Dr. Yumi Ishihara, a renowned physician to Japan's elite and a specialist in traditional medicine, advocates for a modified fasting protocol. Instead of the standard heavy, carbohydrate-laden breakfast that effectively shuts down the autophagy process and restarts the cycle of inflammation, he suggests a targeted liquid ritual to bridge the gap. The morning elixir. a glass of freshly pressed carrot and apple juice. The pectin in the apples and the beta-carotene in the carrots cleanse the blood and provide immediate, clean energy without taxing the digestive organs. The ginger black tea secret. Dr. Ishihara recommends high-quality black tea infused with fresh ginger and a small amount of raw brown sugar. The theaflavins in the tea support cardiovascular integrity, while the ginger acts as a powerful thermogenic anti-inflammatory agent. This combination boosts circulation, warms the core temperature, and fortifies the immune system for the challenges of the day ahead. Furthermore, the Shinya method, pioneered by Dr. Hiromi Shinya, emphasizes the importance of a clean gut diet. He posits that our enzyme reserve is the true currency of our lifespan. By prioritizing fermented foods such as miso and natto, mineral-rich seaweed, and fresh local vegetables, while drastically reducing processed sugars and heavy meats, we keep our internal environment clean. The sovereignty of health, the collective wisdom of the Japanese masters, offers us one final, indispensable lesson. Modern medicine is a remarkable tool for emergencies and acute trauma, but relying solely on a doctor to fix you once you are already broken is a fundamental error in judgment. True health is not a product you buy at a pharmacy, nor is it a subscription service. It is a form of personal sovereignty. The secret to a 100-year life isn't hidden in a high-tech laboratory or an expensive, rare supplement found in the depths of a distant rainforest. It is hidden in the quiet hours of a fast, in the mindful discipline of an 80% full stomach, and in the army within you that is perpetually waiting for your signal to begin the work of renewal. Listen to your body, respect its natural, ancient rhythms, and it will reward you with a lifetime of boundless energy and cognitive clarity. The choice to activate your internal architect starts not with a pill, but with your very next meal. You have the power to reclaim your biological destiny, one conscious decision at a time. The code is already written inside you. You only need to live by it.